Hi there, thanks for joining me for another video where we're using digital learning and teaching to support and develop the numeracy mathematics professional learning resources. In this episode, what I'm looking at is the data and analysis PLR document, and straight away the first page here, as soon as I see that, working in digital literacy and digital skills, I can't help but notice that if I look across to the technology E's and O's under computing science, the first few you can see here on the screen about understanding the world through computational thinking, straight away it is mentioning here identify patterns and objects information, organise information in a logical way, and it could structure related items information. Certainly for those younger learners to explore patterns and sorting and ordering information, making links between computing science and your numeracy and mathematics here with sorting and ordering information. Also worth noting that we have examples for computational thinking and computing science all the way from early through to second level at the moment for different critical areas, including numeracy and mathematics, in our What Digital Learning Might Look Like document. Find that on the Education Scotland Improvement Hub, or if you just search Google for WDLMLL, it's the first result that you'll find. So the very first tool I want to show, particularly when we're thinking about starting to demonstrate our knowledge and understanding of data, is Google Data Gift Maker. So Data Gift Maker, it's free from Google. You've got three options here. What I can do is represent information with that. So favourite sport, so again I can choose between percentages and numbers. I could have a quick poll of my learners, and 5 children liked football, hockey was liked by 4, rugby was liked by 3. So what I've got is this really clear graphical representation of my data, and when I press play it will animate that, and again it can just make it that a wee bit more engaging for learners. Again, you can save the GIF, and you can copy that link to different websites that you've got, put them on your board, put them in presentations. So for the next example, moving on with your learners' confidence, you might then want to look at making your own visual representations. So classical way of doing that is using a spreadsheet. So here's my survey, and I can recreate that. You can see here with the information here on Excel. So I've got the favourite sports, I've got the number of people doing those, and what's great is I can select that data and go up to insert, and I can create a chart for that. Now you can see as I've got recommended charts, so it's going to suggest the most useful for me, which can be really important for helping younger learners, that the computer's going to do some of that decision making for them. Again, also I can go to different versions of the charts, the bars, lines, columns as required. So I can choose the chart I want, but it's making some recommendations to me, and this one here looks like it's going to be really useful. So I can insert the chart, and then I have my own representation of that. Now the beauty is consider the amount of time it takes a learner to draw a graph or a chart on a piece of paper, and absolutely it's a valuable skill for them to learn as they develop their understanding in this area. But the beauty is if I've made an error, I can simply go in and adjust it, and my chart will adjust in real time there for me. Now that's all fine and well when you've got 4 or 5 examples here, but say you wanted to fill, if you were working with older learners or more confident learners, and you wanted to really get them to work with a larger data set, it can be difficult to collect large volumes. But yeah, so a really handy site to use here is Mockaroo, and you can see I've just told it to pick first names, favourite animal, and male or female. How many rows do I want? So perhaps 1,000 is quite a lot, but I want 100 columns of that randomly generated information. Again, I can add other fields here. And you can have a scroll through and see some of the different options that are available to you. Take that back out just now. And again, I'm just going to export it as, you can put it in different formats. I'm going to go with a CSV. You can export it straight to Excel. But so I'm going to use a CSV because I know if I need to use it for anything else, that's handy. And once I've downloaded that data, I should be able just to open it. And you can see my data here across the 3 columns there, and I've got 100 examples if I scroll down the screen there. I want to bring it back to computing science for the last example here. When we're looking at relational data, so data that's linked together, that could be something that has more than one attribute. Really, that should be stored and represented in a table such as that with a database. So what you might want to then think about, again, certainly by second level, is meeting your numeracy and mathematics easy notes, but also think about where you can tie that to computing science, and you might want to create a table with tags like this leading towards database and your data science. And the fact is, because I can attach tags to it, when I go to sort it in group, it relates these pieces of information to one another. So when you want to really start to interrogate and use data, it becomes more effective to use a database, and again that leads into your development in computing science. So certainly something to have a wee look at is using some database software, and again I can create different views. So I can sort and order my animals by their family. So as I add animals to that, I can see that all of the mammals are related. So it becomes really effective to have that representation of your data, the different views available through a database. So I can switch back to my grid and I could sort it. And you can see that it sorts the animals with all their characteristics because it knows that those characteristics belong to the animal, which Excel doesn't necessarily do. So that is using digital skills to support and develop your numeracy and literacy, particularly with data analysis. Let us know on Twitter how you get on with using any of the tools we've talked about. Thanks for joining us.